Alrighty, so we're gonna change it up today, do some silent. I had a request from Lyra Kill to do some silent, and this is my original favorite character from the original game. So, you know, we'll hopefully be right at home here. Okay, what do we got? Random, rare, 150 gold is always fine. Transform one of your strikes and one of your defends, lose 10 max HP. It's a steep price to pay, but it's a really good effect, typically. Honestly, all of them are fine. Rare card is the riskiest. You know, obviously, it's the evaluation has changed since there's a different set of rares, but there's a few rares I just wouldn't want to see. Obviously, there's some good ones like Assassinate, which is just like an upgraded backstab, but there's other ones like Murder I wouldn't really want to see. Hunt would be great. So it's like, but Grand Finale would be abysmal. I guess like when Slash could be okay. I mean, some of these are like oddly, for rares, kind of designed for Act 1, it seems. So like those ones would be good, but I don't know, a lot of these other ones, like even Blade of Ink, I'm not a huge fan of. Corrosive Wave can be okay if you can get some card draw relatively quick, but yeah, there's just too many bricks. Too many bricks that are, some of them just aren't even really playable, but obviously it's really swingy, right? So probably not that one. Gold we need to evaluate by looking at the map. So there's these shops here that are kind of awkwardly placed. But if this elite or this elite is a good path, I mean, this right here looks good. So, no, it doesn't. There's only one elite, so not really. And only one elite on the left. So actually, if I am to take, it's just not the gold then. Like, let's be honest, it's just not the gold. So we got kind of through process of elimination, our choice has been made for us. We're going to lose the max HP because there's no way I'm only taking on one elite. That's not happening. So these are pretty much identical here. So we can work backwards from there. I would probably want to take the elite before the hallway if I can, though. So maybe this one's better to like split it up with that. Is this path pretty brutal if I go to the right here? There's only one campfire at all and no shops on this path. And these are forced early elites. That's what I think would be the path, though. It is a 3 elite path. It's not great. There is no good path on this map, I would say. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you don't have to always hit a bunch of elites, but to only hit one, this doesn't seem like a winning play to me. But let's see what this does. If it's strong enough, we'll feel more comfortable going to the right. If it's not strong, I don't know. I'd say that's strong. It's not like immediately powerful, but those are really good cards that will come online pretty quick. And I'd rather hit 2 question marks versus 1. I mean, you know, one of them will likely be a encounter anyway. All right, get after image into play. And this guy will have thorns next turn, so I'd rather just hit this guy. I hit defend there because with the after image we're full blocking and it's just less clicks for me if I don't click the survivor. This is fine. We can just full block this turn. And hit, apparently, because we have after image. And this guy will be thorned up. But we're going to have to take him out. So we're taking some hits here, unfortunately. Although, if I only block here, what does that do? Because right now I'm going to take... So I had to hit him twice, so I take 4. Nah, I think this is... Yeah, we just have to do this, unfortunately. They only take 1 damage. It's not too bad. I had to double check that he didn't have thorns. I've been caught by that many times before. So we're not very strong right now, actually, is what this is telling me. My defense is good, and that's about it. The Count Gamble doesn't do anything until I can get some sly cards. We can just hit him twice here. Block potion, that's great. I mean, an early Memento Mori, I typically don't like this card, but if it's going to be offered early when I already have the Calculated Gamble, I'd probably take that. I mean, at a base, the other cards just aren't that good. Like Dodge and Roll, only really good if I get just Dexterity, and Dagger Spray is just not good, actually, compared to Memento Mori. It's like only in AoE fight does it shine, and it still only does the same base damage. Memento Mori might even be better in an AoE fight, because I can just kill one of the enemies faster. Yeah, we'll take the Memento Mori here, I guess. Okay, we'll get 4 additional damage out of that. Boom. 12 ain't bad for 1. As much as I want to YOLO this gamble and try to get Memento Mori, I think we can just full block here. I might as well calculate a gamble here, actually. I know it makes it so I pretty much can't, you know, I'm only drawing these, but I might as well get an extra hit in here if I'm already full blocking and get the curse out of there. Alright, we are drawing well. This guy's a lot of health. It's crazy having, when you play Regent and then go to Silent, it's like you immediately see the starting deck for Silent is actually so much worse than, I don't know. It's like, it's not worse. It's worse at dealing damage, but it's actually pretty good at preventing damage. So while I actually think I take less chip damage with Silent, which I guess is better overall, right? It just takes a long time to kill the enemies, which I think basically the Silent Act 1 typically better into the hallways, but maybe not so good in the elites compared to Regent, because it definitely lacks offense. I like Haze and Tactician. I might like Haze more right now, just because I don't have big reasons to get energy. Plus, Haze actually can be played for 3 and makes sense, whereas Tactician doesn't. The other option is Sucker Punch, which does not that much damage. I think we definitely just take the Haze. I don't think I've ever, even though colorless cards are better in Slay the Spire 2, I still am like, I don't know why I would ever do this option. Like, why would I have less choices of a card and lose HP? You know? I want 5 choices of cards. Let's do it. Okay. I've never really found much use for Pounce. I'm sure it exists somewhere, but like, is there even that many high-cost skills available to Silent? Obviously, we're just taking the Dagger Throw here. We're adding another discard card when we just added that extra Sly card, plus we have the Memento Mori. I mean, that's a pretty easy choice. And like I said, I don't know that 3 random colorless cards, even if I didn't take 5 HP, would outdo a Dagger Throw right now. Well, unfortunately, I usually take the heal here if I can, but 5 heal is probably not better than this. So the question is, we already have the After Image, so like defense is pretty good, but we've only really added offense actually with the 3 cards that we've added. But yeah, what do I want more, defense or offense? I feel like this early it is pretty nice to add it to a strike, but long term it's better to put it on a defend, because then, it's 10 defense for one is an acceptable card to play anytime you're getting attacked, pretty much at any point in the entire game, even by the final boss in Act 3, whereas spending 1 energy to do 12 damage, granted it is multi-strike, so there is that, but it's just not relevant past the first act, really. Even the second act, it's kind of starting to fall off. So I think we just do the defend. Gives us some defense. I mean, if you think about it in terms of deck balance, right? We've added offense, now we're re-adding some defense. But our deck is skewed. The silent deck does not start balanced. It starts skewed way towards defense. So we may still actually have re-skewed our deck toward defense into this elite. Oh man, this guy's rough. Alright, at least we drew this defend here. In this scenario, absolutely, I'd rather have the defend being played twice than the strike. Because strike twice, it's like, in order to even get through the lowest health guy here, he basically represents 36 health. What's the most I can even do here? 26, I think. But this gives me a chance to, get really efficient block. I've already blocked both these enemies with 2 left over, so I'm 1 more defend and I'm full blocking. And I think I will do that rather than strike twice. Let's try to... And honestly, a lot of times I'll hit the guy that's buffing himself in the back, but I'm tempted to just go after the lower health one here. It seems like the sooner I kill one, the better. So I'm going to try that this time. I got the potion if I need it. Alright, this is a good turn to get some AoE stuff in here. Stagger throw the weakest guy. Give him that. We'll weaken the strongest guy. Although, if I weaken this guy, he loses 3. If I weaken this guy, he does not lose 3. So let's actually weaken this guy. And then just probably defend survivor. Hold that count gamble for maybe a better turn to do it. After image coming up. And definitely in that case, as you can see, the haze here is way better than the tactician would be. 2, 3. I can forgo playing this strike just to get the after image into play, I think. So let's take him out. And then again, this guy's up to 10, so I think this guy's lower health though, so we want to push damage on him anyway. I think I do finally, I don't even know, I think it only minuses 2 still, because it's what? The weakness is 25%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it rounds down to 2, so this is still the best target to weaken, plus it pushes damage on the target that's closer to death. Do take some damage here. Alright, we are drawing very well. We still focus on this guy. I think we block this. These guys aren't close to death, so it's not like I'm in a rush to try to get them death. Once this guy dies, the fight should hopefully be easier. All it takes is 1 hit to kill him with anything, really. I'm going to hit this one, actually. I might count gamble here, because I'm not full blocking. I guess I could full block, but I don't know. This could be not a great count gamble. I can just kill this guy in a full block. Just feels like a bit of a waste to hit him when the poison's just killing him next turn, but I don't know what I'd be trying to do with the Count Gamble. The only benefit would be if I hit Memento Mori or if I hit Survivor into Haze. Otherwise, it's not great, and I'm only getting 2 of the 8 cards, so pretty unlikely to get Survivor into Haze. And in fact, if I draw a Haze without Survivor, then that sucks, because I'm actually decently likely to draw it with Haze next turn if I just don't do this Count Gamble. So I think we'll just kill this guy. And he dies naturally, so we just got to take care of this guy, which should be hopefully doable. If I can do 10 with the Memento Mori, which we can, plus we got the Haze anyway, but even if we didn't have that play, Memento Mori is here to clean up. Alright, didn't use a potion, barely took any damage. That's the best I've handled that fight in a long time. Tungsten Rod, pretty good. All of these are good. Good Act 1 cards. The Haze sure has been nice because it's been played every turn, but I don't know if adding another one, I feel like if I add another one, it becomes more and more unlikely that I play these. I might prefer the Dagger Throw here, because the Dagger Throw, then I still get more synergy with the Memento Mori, and I still get more synergy with the existing Haze. And that Haze might be an upgrade target. I don't know. What is the upgrade on this? I don't know that that's a super good upgrade right now, unless I can, I don't know. I would really need, the thing is, a Count Gamble does not upgrade to be non-exhausting in Slay the Spire 2. So I think for Memento Mori to really pop off, you need to have like a calculated gamble that discards a lot of cards, but it's also like hard to set up a lot of the time. And yeah, so I might just want something like Dagger Throw to give slight damage increases to Memento Mori. I think it is Dagger Throw. There's Dash as well if we want both defense and offense wrapped into one, but Dash really falls off starting Act 2 and because it just doesn't do much. And Dagger Throw doesn't, because it keeps doing discard shenanigans, and discard shenanigans are definitely the strongest thing for Silent. I mean, Shivs aren't far behind though, but we're not really getting offered Shivs here, so. And unlike Regen, I think it can often make sense with Silent to just go all in on one strategy if it's going to be discard, because there's just not much in the game that counters it. There's like a few fights, that's about it. Alright, we can start with the old Dagger Throw. Weaken him. Double Defend, and Memento Mori. Not bad. I gotta say, the Memento Mori's been doing pretty good. Alright, of course we add the extra. The funny thing is, had I added the Haze in that scenario, it would have at least allowed the other Haze to get played, assuming one of these was the Haze, but alas, it was not meant to be. And we full block and do nothing, but that's okay. This guy doesn't he'll scale, but that's allowing me to blast him here. In this scenario, we'll Count Gamble it. Just push some extra damage. Alright, I need to do 13. Looks like I did it. Well, obviously, Tactician fits my game plan, but, Leading Strike is just kind of okay. It allows you to maybe dip your feet into Shivs a little bit, start taking some Shiv cards. Poison Stab, on the other hand, lets you they're pretty similar, actually. Leading Strike represents 11 damage for 1. And Poison Stab technically represents more damage, but less immediate damage. So it's 9 immediate damage, but overall, it's 12 damage. So And obviously it could have some synergy with the existing haze. I also I don't know, these turns, I don't think I can benefit from extra energy right now, even if I am hitting this. But, we could think of it in terms of deck balance. We can basically say, okay, well, now we're balanced in terms of having too much energy than we know what to do with, which is not a horrible problem to have. It allows us to then pick up more card draw or more higher cost cards and stuff. I think ultimately I will like a tactician more than these cards. I'm just wondering if I need those cards more right now. I mean, I've got pretty good damage. I've got the Momentum Warrior, the Haze, and Double Dagger Throw. That's honestly seems to be enough. So let's take the tactician. We want to at least hit this campfire, even though I do kind of want to take on Elite right now, but might as well just take it on later when I'm more powerful, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not more damaged, though. So far we haven't had much issues there. I may count gamble this just because 11 damage is a bit. I might have an easier time using the rest of my 2 energy here with other stuff. Okay, here the tactician definitely plays. Damn. Never mind. Really? You're just not going to draw me any defense? Well, we may be lacking defense then, just seeing that turn play out. Since I don't... I mean, basically the tactician just represents a strike right now, so 4 poison is better than 6 damage. Especially when this guy is plating. Alright, well, we take 2 damage. It is what it is. 1, I should say, because of Tungsten Rod. Thanks for drawing me all these cards on this turn. You're a real bro to me. We got exactly enough to not break the block. Or not to get through the block, I guess. I love doing nothing on a turn. That's my favorite. Alright, technically it is playing there. It earned us 1 extra block, 2 extra block actually, and 6 damage. Well, we're officially taking more damage on this guy than the elites. Such is why I target elites, by the way. It's not necessarily that I want them, it's just that I'm like, well, why would I fight normals when I can just fight an elite, which is like arguably easier than the normal always, and get more rewards, right? And I don't think I'm being facetious when I say that. I mean, look at this fight. It's like this guy has just so much more crap to deal with, actually. But, I digress. 1 haze should finish it off, which I think is coming up, right? Oh, maybe not. Oh, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Alright, where's my relic? Oh wait, you're not an elite, what? 9 gold. Obviously we take acrobatics. Oh, I love okay, now it's not so bad that we didn't hit a shop. And I tell you, I spend my whole gold at this event every single time. I think it's super worth it. All that damage we took is gone. Transform, sure. I think I'll do a strike, just because we've not actually added any direct defense cards, so I don't want to get rid of a defend. Okay, now we got some defense cards. Darn it, I was almost having enough gold to go again. Hey, I'll take it. Transforming Leg Sweep is a great card. Now we've got Weak Chain. We've got additional defense options. We have, payoff for the Tactician potentially. I mean, the Tactician kind of needs to be upgraded even in some regards to actually make me energy positive. But we'll see. If I can get through this elite with no... we've removed 2 strikes. But that's okay, I guess. It's still making the ones that are there stronger. Could be worse. Ooh, this guy's hard. I got that early potion, never got a single one after. Could just leg sweep this if we don't want to blow the gamble here. It doesn't full block unless I then gamble. Actually, I got tungsten rod though, so it does. Yeah, we're good. Save that for a better turn. Alright, bricked tactician, but what are you going to do? So now strike actually does more base damage than memento mori. Something to think about. Oh, I wasted block there, damn it. Okay, I need to pay more attention. Actually, yeah, tungsten rod would have blocked that, so I need to remember that I have this thing. Acrobatics is probably not a... I was going to say it's probably not a stronger play than dagger throw, but it's actually looking like that might not be the case. Because I only 50-50 at haze. We really want to draw haze here and get it going. At the same time, I don't want to redraw the deck because then haze and survivor are not in the redraw, which does hurt me. So I think we're just going to dagger throw and hopefully get haze. If not, we're still just full blocking, I think. Alright, well, it is what it is. We'll do that and this. So we full block, it's fine. Unfortunately, haze... We'll play it here, but, you know, we don't get to have it in the deck here. This does 12... I think I'd rather do less damage and keep digging through the deck. Yeah, see, that's a better defensive option. It's our way to full block there. Our lack of damage is apparent here, though, for sure. I'm going to go defend gamble. There's extra synergy with the after image. Alright, keep this guy weak. Okay, now we're full blocking. Let's hit him. Man, not hitting that haze, though, it sucks. Because now I could have stacked poison. We still can, but I could have just done such a better job at it. Damn. It's not good. We just drew a bunch of defense, and I think he'll hit hard the following turn. Yeah. I mean, it's 19. It's not so bad, but... We'll probably aggro here so we can get haze into play. And then we can either leg sweep or try to push him down. I mean, I could pop him right now if I survivor and then... Well, I guess I wouldn't even survivor. I would just memento mori strike. So, do we want to pop him? Because I can't full block, it looks like. But, you know, I get up to 14. I only take 4 damage. I feel like delaying the pop would be good here. And at 5, oh, you know what? 5 poison. Yeah, at 5 poison, he's 1 away from getting popped. So I think we just take some damage here and try to get a better split. Alright, this will be a decent split here. Boom. Perfect. So we pretty much solved this fight. Man, we were doing good. We haven't used a potion. We only got one anyway, but we've been like... And like, you know, like I said, this guy, we took less damage than that other hallway. Sure enough. Alright, we got a potion. It's a good Act 1 potion, especially if I end up fighting those eels again. Pocket Watch can be good. Pocket Watch I usually don't get good value out of, though, because I keep forgetting that I have it. It's one thing very apparent when I watch like the really good Slay the Spire players. Like when they have Pocket Watch, they're like, I am using that shit every turn, like pretty much every turn. So maybe I can try to adopt that. At the same time, though, if I see the opportunity to go in, I'm going in. You know. Blah. Is Pounce? Feels like Pounce could have actually some synergy with the Tactician, if you think about it, and the Leg Sweep, and the Haze. So maybe this is my time to add Pounce, because we are a little light on damage, and it certainly seems maybe better than Leading Strike. Granted, Leading Strike has Strike in the name, so it actually is pretty good damage. Now it's like, what, 14 damage? And it gives us a Shiv so that, you know, maybe we can then combine it with other Shivs and do Shiv things. Backflip also is just solid, but perhaps not beating the others here. Without any dexterity or like prepareds, I don't know that backflip is all that good. Pounce is maybe what I still want to take, though. I mean, 12 for 2 obviously isn't great, but it can be 12 for 1 in the context of Tactician. That's still not a great play, is it? I mean, if this is doing 14 for 1, if I have to basically hit the nuts situation there, but, you know, if I can get it to play Haze, it's still pretty good. And then, of course, Leg Sweep is good. But I gotta say, as I look through this, I'm like, well, because I got the Strike dummy, I think that pushes me more to just add Leading Strike here. And, you know, Pounce would be takeable if it was the best option here. I just don't think it is the best option. So we'll take a Leading Strike. We need some damage, and it does damage. Definitely not resting. Leg Sweep's always a decent one. We did have some troubles maintaining our weak chain. A Tactician is always decent, especially now. Haze is fine. The Gamble's not so good. Montemori, I don't know about that one. Acrobatics is always fine. This will be the main ones. You know, we could intrinsic the Afterimage. I don't love that as much. What is, and Leading Strike's just a 3. That's whatever. Sometimes I gotta check that. You know, I had to double check some of these. I'm like, Dagger Throw, I know it always did 3 damage, but maybe in Slay the Spire 2 it does something different, right? But it doesn't look like it. I don't know. Trying to think what's the likely direction right now I'm going with this deck. Also, my upcoming threat of elites and advanced hallways. You know, what helps the most with these? I feel like I'm leaning toward Tactician. The thing with the Tactician is if I just read out the effect of the upgrade is literally doubling the value of it. Whereas these other upgrades, Haze gives it a 50% increase. That's not really true with Poison, though, right? With Poison, going from 4 to 6 Poison, you could argue, is doubling the value of it. But flatly saying, you know, for the card, essentially, Tactician is doubling the value. And Acrobatics is like adding 25% to the value. Memento Mori is whatever percent extra attack. It really depends on how many cards you're just discarding per turn, which right now is not many. Tactician is actually just the best upgrade, I think. Even if it's not actually fitting anything for me right now, it's the most valuable play. So here it definitely plays when we draw it in our opener, which has a lot of cards. Do I want to take this guy out first? I would imagine so. Oh, that damage is great. We'll do this so we full block. I don't know that I guess we could do this. I mean, it is 12. Maybe I should have put that there. Oh, that's perfect. So 4 just kills that. Perfect. And then this guy doesn't even have spikes, so we can just go in on him here. Well, that fight was pretty nice. See, no need for pocket watch there. Speed potion, more like shit potion. This should be brown colored. With a little bit of green mixed in, maybe. Since it is silent. But, okay, what do we got here? I'm leaning toward Piercing Wail just because it is a much more valuable card than these. And there's a lot of fights. It's just it's a tech card, right? It's a tech card into multi-strikers and AoE fights, which are often miserable. Dagger Spray, in a way, is a tech card. You know, you're adding not much better than a strike worth of damage in the context of single target fights. And I don't know, we already got Haze, which is pretty good in AoE. Deadly Poison, it's just like, I don't know. There's usually better options than Deadly Poison, and I see one right here, which is Piercing Wail. So we'll take the Piercing Wail. Let's take this guy on right now. It's a 50-50 that it'll be Eel, and we have a good potion into that. So if I get another potion reward here, that would suck if I had to like skip it. Alright, it's this guy. Or girl, I don't know. After image, leg sweep. Doesn't push any damage, but it's I don't know. It's my only good way to get after image into play here. The other option is open up with a dagger throw. I think this is probably just my best thing to do here. Then he's weak next turn too. Obviously, this explosive potion is probably not going to be useful here, but So he's all damaged up. And I'm full blocking. Is there any reason to even... Yeah, there's no reason to do anything more here. Okay, I need to remember that for this fight I should probably be trying to proc Pocket Watch if I can. Then again, it's also, I don't know, like... It's pretty hard to proc Pocket Watch when I have this card and Sly, you know? So I think I actually, like, I guess I could do it here, but I'd rather push this damage, right? So we'll do that. We got to make this this guy die. Okay, see, Piercing Wail here. Great tech card. Otherwise, I only got 5 block, but boom. Look at that. So much better. Leading Strike also, I guess, has synergy with the after image slightly. All right, we push 1. I mean, I pretty much full block here. It's fine. If I can click the dude, Jesus. What the hell's going on here? All right, we got a two possession game here. Thinking in football terms. Strike him again. Could have acroed the tactics there, but I was like, well, if I'm already dealing max damage and blocking, you know, just leave it be. Yeah. Now, I did say, generally speaking, in Slay the Spire 2, there's much less, almost none, completely useless relics, but of course there still is some of them, like Juzu Bracelet. Like, how did this not make the trash heap? Come on. Although I guess maybe because events are better in Slay the Spire 2, it's still decent. You know, the wild thing is, Leading Strike actually does more damage than Blade Dance. So the only reason to take Blade Dance is, you know, it does have technically more synergy with the after image, but I guess it just opens up like an accuracy much more, or Knife Trap, which are honestly really good cards. I might still take it just for that. If I take another leading strike, sorry. If I take another leading strike, it's kind of weird to have two of them, I guess, but it still has the same synergy with After Image. It still has the same great early game damage amount here. And I don't know, is accuracy available to me if I'm just running two leading strikes? Like, would I benefit from it? Maybe. Knife trap, maybe not. I feel like I just add the blade dance here because it opens those cards up. I don't think that leading strike does. Oh, this guy, dude! I'm telling you, this guy is way harder than the elites. He is for sure an elite asshole. Probably actually should have done the Memento Mori there. Yeah, we're never gonna proc Pocket Watch. I don't see how I'm ever gonna be able to. Plus we got like cards like this that play twice, which I'm pretty sure, does whatever with that. And we got like, yeah, leading strike. We are just never getting Pocket Watch to proc. I debated pushing a strike there. So we got to remember that we have our ability. We only have the ability to play one skill a turn. So that is something that we got to keep in mind. Blade Dance, obviously, in this specific fight is worse than Leading Strike. Leading Strike there would have been infinitely better. Now, I don't necessarily know what the deal on Sly... Like, can I play a Sly card after I've already played a thing here? Because I'm going to full defend just by playing cards anyway, so... I guess we'll find... I guess we won't find out this turn, I guess I should say. Alright, well, I said that fight was hard. I guess I don't know. It doesn't seem like I should be so strong, but I am just steamrolling this act. I mean, I had no issues. It's like we're playing Monster Train over here. Infinite Blades... I don't love it. Pounce. Maybe now is our time to take Pounce. I don't know. Maybe. Hand Trick. I'll be honest. I don't know. I thought this card was absolutely busted, but I've had some runs where it's actually kind of awkward to play. That being said, it's always going to be good when you got Calculated Gamble, I feel. It's maybe just like... Beyond the Calculated Gamble, though, I only have the 1 Acrobatics and the 2 Dagger Throws and the Survivor, but that's a pretty good amount. But what would my target be? Probably Leg Sweep. Leg Sweep would be a good target. Other than that, not necessarily. I guess this Defend as well. It's probably worth adding Hand Trick as I kind of look through all those. It's definitely better than Pounce, and it just sets up more potential shenanigans. Ooh, this boss is really annoying. The fish. Alright, what to upgrade? This thing upgrades just 3 block. This upgrades an extra shiv. This doesn't upgrade an extra shiv. I wish it did. It's really just down to Leg Sweep and Haze. So I can get an extra week, which honestly it looks like we would really benefit from. I'm definitely thinking it's probably just Leg Sweep that I put this on. Granted, I did just add, more defense, so maybe some offense is what I actually need. But I've been adding Blade Dance, the Leading Strike. I got pretty good stuff there. Plus, this guy's intangible, so like, to some degree, it's just a long fight, and in a long fight, maybe leg sweep's better, just because I can keep him weak chained if I get that weak up. So I think it's just leg sweep. We want this guy in a weak chain, I should say. I haven't had to use any of these potions. Kind of wild. Okay, I guess we're just opening Count Gamble. Into Dagger Throw. Okay, we got the after image in play. Probably should have actually tried to pocket watch that turn in hindsight, but it turned out for us just because we drew into those things. Beckon. It's okay, well, unfortunately this is not doing anything other than being a slightly better block, but that is how it is. I guess this is more than strike, right? It's 12, yeah. Plus it, yeah, after image synergy. We don't full block, but yeah, just how it goes. All right, acrobatics. Probably could have actually just dagger throwed there. Beckon's not going to do so good when I got discard. So we're happy to see that. Do I even need to defend here? I'm only taking 1 damage since I have the tungsten rod. I think I just push a damage. Seems like a waste of resources to just stop 1 damage, 1 measly damage. Beckon goes through your block, so damn, it really sucks that we can't get him weak this turn, but I don't know. This is a weak turn no matter what, unfortunately. My option, it almost seems like the best option, honestly, is to let Beckon hit me so that I can push. It's only 8 damage. Yeah, we're just going to do this. He's going intangible next turn anyway. This is going to be a long fight. Let's try to prevent damage. 9. He really doesn't hit that hard. It's really the beckons that do a lot of the damage in this fight. Unfortunately, this thing, which is doing probably the most damage I've been able to have it do yet, he's intangible, so at least we get the weak chain still going. We'll do this leading strike to push 1 more damage. There was no point in making any of those sly. The thing about hand trick is it only adds the sly that turn, so it's not like I'm getting them buffed up for the future or anything. Wow, what a horrible turn. Oh my god. Should I get rid of Piercing Wail? It's not like that useful in this fight. Let's get rid of it. That way I can see Beckon more often. Alright, definitely got to just leg sweep here. And this is, from here on out, we could be taking some damage. I got the block pushing if I need it. I got the weak explosive Ampoule. Even in a situation like this, hand trick is not performing. I guess I can put it on Survivor though, and it kind of makes sense. But it's just overkill, right? Because he's only doing 9 damage. So I'm just going to start here. Do that. Hit that. Do that. Yeah, and I just have more energy than I know what to do with. I should have probably just went for Pocket Watch there. Alright, definitely not going for pocket watch here. I wonder if I should just take this 6 and push 9. I don't think so. We still got probably 3 to 4 more rounds that we gotta push through here anyway. God damn it. Well, I was gonna leg sweep, but now I could have predicted that. I mean, those were literally the only cards in the draw pile. I really need to get back into the habit of looking through that. Honestly, I play Silent a lot more relaxed than I play the other character just because, you know, for whatever reason, I feel, you know, more comfortable with this character. I have so many beckons in the stack right now. Alright, here we can go with this. I don't think we'll go Haze this turn, unfortunately, unless I get another discard. Because he's just doing too much damage right now. Tungsten Rod's putting in a lot of work this game. Alright, I think, oh man, I was going to say if I draw well, I could maybe start to think about finishing him off soon, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I should still defend here. Though we're certainly lacking damage, it looks like. And it's taking us ages to get through this this fight here. Well, we got to go through the next round as well, so I might as well just prevent the damage here. Hey, look, I finally pocket wattage. Pocket wattage. I pocket watched. Alright, defend, beckon. Beckon, like I said, has done almost all of the damage to us. Okay, 28. Can I get through 28? I know there's a million beckons in this deck, but we got Dagger Throw coming up. Then I only need, like, I already have lethal with, actually I have lethal right now. I don't think I'm going to find a better time to do that, so let's just do that. Yeah. I didn't think you had the guts. Hey, there they were. Right inside you the whole time. Ooh, Knife Trap. Knife Trap could work. We've got... I'd probably be inclined to upgrade Blade Dance, but... You know, theoretically it represents... it's not that good right now is the thing. Like, it's okay, but... Obviously, the longer the fight goes, the better it gets. In a short fight, it's maybe not better than the current Shivs cards that I have. But that's pretty much true of every single one of these. Envenom is pretty slow as well, even though it technically synergizes with my Shivs. But Abrasive probably synergizes the most with my deck. I still don't like it, though. It's like, sure, it's easy to get into play with my deck, right? But it's a one and done. Very measly 1 dexterity. The 4 thorns is pretty nice, I guess, but you know, it's... I mean, it could work, I guess. Is it better than Knife Trap, though? I feel like the upside with Knife Trap is quite a lot more. I should mention in another video, I called this card bad, and I completely had misread what the effect was. I thought it was from your draw pile, or your discard pile. So I was like, oh, so you're supposed to like not play Shivs and leave them in your discard pile so that you can then play them with Knife Trap? So I thought it was horrible. But no, it's for the exhaust pile. So basically every single Shiv that you play outside of Knife Trap counts toward it. So it does give you, honestly, it would add so much damage to my deck in those long boss fights. Whereas, like, I mean, honestly, all three of them, the argument there, counter argument there, I could still put against Knife Trap is all three of these shine in a long fight because they represent a lot of damage over a long fight. All three of them suck in a short fight because they don't represent that much damage in a short fight. So they're like all the same. It's kind of hard to evaluate this one. I would say it's the odd man out's probably in Venom, because I think Knife Trap does essentially what a Venom would be looking to do. Maybe you could argue the Envenom, though, and the Haze together could mean something, but I don't even really think that. If abrasive, I don't know. How does it, what does it upgrade to? Yeah, it doesn't even, if it upgraded the dexterity, maybe I could consider it. But it only upgrades 2 thorns. I just don't like that. Yeah, whereas this at least upgrades your shivs to be upgraded, right? Like, yeah, they upgrade every shiv, so that's actually quite a lot of damage. And in Venom's one of those where they changed the upgrade. Instead of making it a 1 cost, it stays at 2 and just does double the effect. But Knife Trap Knife Trap technically is not as good as an upgrade as in Venom, because Knife Trap is like a 50% upgrade of damage, whereas in Venom is literally 100%. But I'm not really factoring in upgrades necessarily. I think Knife Trap is probably the call here, and we will be looking to add some more shivs if we can. The thing is, like, I don't have prepared, and that really limits me trying to go all in on the discard stuff and ignoring the shiv stuff. The shiv stuff might really be my actual main damage source eventually here. This would have synergy with a pocket watch, Pale's Tears. It would make my life miserable because I don't like playing that way, but technically it should be powerful. What else we got though? Honestly, draw additional card is fine as well, and it's unconditional. I mean, unconditional value I like more than conditional value, especially when that condition requires me to play well. And then what was the other one? You may sacrifice card rewards. That's just at your card rewards. I've never taken that one yet, but it seems like it could be okay in theory, but like, why don't I just get immediate benefit and get an entire extra card every single turn? Like, that seems so much better to me. It allows me to cycle shivs more often. It allows me to have discard targets for my discard and sly combos. It allows me to dig through my deck faster. It makes calculated gamble, do better things. It's just so good. We're definitely taking that. Alright, what do the paths look like here? This is enticing. So, and for sure we start here because we want question marks. We don't want hallways. So I could go either way here. If I go here, nah, that's not good. We want to go here. Then I have the option to skip that elite and then also skip this one. But that's a 3 elite path. I get a shop at a decent placement. I have the option to just do 2 elites. Wait. Yeah, because there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and I could do 2 if I want. Still get a campfire. I get 1 campfire total, but it's okay. If I want another campfire, I could take this route instead. But if I take that route, I don't get the early shop, but I do get that shop. What do we got here as far as elites go? We got only 2 elites. I don't love it. On the far right, we don't have an early shop, but we do have an early campfire. And then we fight an elite, another campfire, an elite, late shop, elite. That's not too bad of a deal. The only thing that sucks there, honestly, nothing about that sucks. That's just the path, isn't it? So we're not doing that. We're going this way. Hey, who needs the golden path, compass, whatever it's called when you got this? Right? Yeah, let's just go that way. Alright, full blocking this guy is always a good thing. I think we just go that, and I'm already full blocking, right? Because that guy tungsten rods me. So we can do some damage, and guess what? This is the best at that. So, still, because this guy's more threatening, I think I'll focus him down even though he has higher health. Takes a while before the other guy does anything. This guy, even when he's stunned, he'll be back at it turn after and doing crap loads of damage. Okay, we can start with dagger throw. Good, good, good. Without the draw relic, that would have never happened. Granted, I have the acrobatics and the gamble, but yeah, we'll do this for sure. Tempted to just gamble here. Seems like a bit of a waste, but I still got 2 energy. We're pretty much guaranteed to get the knife trap if we do that, and then just draw past all this other stuff. I think I like that, because a knife trap can just finish this guy off. It's too bad that it doesn't start going to the next enemy. See, that's basically, it reminds me of the very first Final Fantasy. I don't know if any of y'all played that. It's honestly one of my favorite games of all time. It's the game that really got me into gaming, I would say, you know. When I was a kid, first game I ever played was technically like Burger Panic. I don't know. I have vague memories of that game. I tried to revisit at a later point and it just seemed horrible. But I don't like those arcade style games. So technically that was my first game I played. Then the first game I really played was the first Super Mario though. But the thing was I didn't like it that much even as a kid. I wasn't that into it. It was too hard for me, etc., etc. And then, I play games here and there, but then eventually, and keep in mind, I'm so young at this point, I can't even read, really. And I'm trying to play Final Fantasy, so I really don't get what's going on, because I literally can't read it, but I kind of get an understanding this, like, whoa, this is a way different game, right? So that's like the first game where I was truly like, whoa, a game can be a lot more than just kind of a little mini game, right? Every other game just felt like little mini games to me, but Final Fantasy felt like, wow, this is like a giant world living and breathing with all this stuff in it, even though by today's standards it's obviously rudimentary. But tangent aside, when you did the battles in that game and you targeted the enemy, if you sent like more than one guy after one enemy and the first guy killed the enemy, it would not automatically just move your guys to attack another enemy. It would just literally attack nothing, and it was kind of brutal. The game was much more, those RPGs were much less forgiving than basically the next 20 to 30 years of RPGs. Only recently have they started bringing back sort of the brutal type of RPG mechanics, and really it's only with indies. Yes. Let's kill this guy. How about we do? Let's do this. Hand trick again just doesn't really do anything here. But I guess it gives me enough to full block. Do we even need that though? I guess I'll find out. Does look like it. Okay, so I take it back. It did something. Die there, you little bug. Heart of Iron, I love it. Do love it. Okay, Untouchable. This to me is like the best Sly card. At least of the bread and butter type stuff. Man, but then there's Hidden Daggers as well, which is a good discard card. It does somewhat synergize with the Pale's Blood because, I have more stuff that can be available to just throw away. It's also an uncommon, so less likely to be found than Untouchable. I am leaning toward hidden daggers here. If I'm going to have knife trap, I think it makes sense. Uh-oh. Damn it. Well, I'm ready to die, boys, but I'm not removing anything good. Nope. There we go. You know what? Not too bad. I didn't lose much HP there, and I lost a strike. That's positive. So even the worst event isn't even that bad a lot of the time in this game. $15, huh? Hidden Daggers also is free to play, which is nice. 8 damage for free that also sets up a knife trap. That's got to be the call. And also can trigger Sly in a lot of cases. Not this case, apparently. This turn is absolute cheeks. Well, is 9 damage better than 4 poison? I don't think so. Hey, I got Pocket Watch. Alright, Knife Trap only has 2. But if I can draw into something, do you think 26 is so much here? I might just use Block Potion this turn. Yeah, let's see what this gets me. Okay, I don't need to use Block Potion. We'll just do this. Sucks to not play like Knife Trap and stuff, but it's not powered up, and I don't want to go searching while he's doing all that damage. This guy is just annoying. Okay, unfortunately the hand is so big because of Pocket Watch, I can't even like play Blade Dance comfortably here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it would overdraw 1 if I played it right now. I don't know. I have to like draw into, like back into Knife Trap, having also played like the Blading Dance and Leading Strike here, if I have a chance at blocking this. But I do need to do some damage right now. I think we're just going to have to, yeah, we're going to go in a little bit. This might be a turn to, okay, that helps. That helps a lot, actually. So now, like, we have to play these. It looks like I actually can block him here. I didn't realize I had that much damage. Tactician really went hard there. Oops, Haze. And then just strike him again. I played 11 cards that turn. Tactician definitely was a good upgrade. I can just full block all this. And also, you can play it when there's nothing in your hand. You still get your shivs. Well, so far, I'm still evaluating Knife Trap. It was not good in this fight, I'll tell you that. It was a completely dead draw, and it wasn't needed. But I think we already know that, right? We know that in the normal hallways, it's just not useful. Okay, Prepared, absolutely getting taken here. Prepared is such a good card in this game. I know it was probably a good card in the original game too, but it didn't feel so de facto amazing like it does now. It's just such a high tier card. Alright, obviously we start with this. This guy's annoying because I always forget that he gets spikes. Does this look like a guy that should get spikes? It does not look like a guy that should get spikes, in my opinion. I guess we aggro here. That's not good. We just drew past like all of our defense. Damn. And I'm like not even doing much. I even wonder, like, should I be pocket watching here? Because this guy has a ton of health to get through. Now I'm down to like, I got the leg sweep, which would be good. I guess I got the after image, which helps. But then it's just the 2 defense. Neutralize it isn't even that good because I'd have to hit his spikes to proc it. So I almost just want to to say maybe I should pocket watch here. Otherwise, I'm going to take a bloodbath next turn, unless I draw a leg sweep. But I still got my potions that I'm just holding on to. I'm sure my potion chance has to be back up again. Like I can just use the block potions if things get bad. I need to burn them anyway. And we should think of the normal fights as elites and the elites as normal fights. We actually need to save our potions for the normal fights, I guess. So we'll see. Yeah, so let's not pocket watch. Let's just do the damage. And if we don't draw well, we got the potion to get us out of it. But not pushing the damage there seems bad. Alright, we get the leg sweep and the defense, so we're A-okay here. And we don't need to neutralize because he's already weakened, and obviously we don't want to hit him. Only has 5 spikes. So full block, couldn't have asked for much better, and I get to proc the pocket watch here, which can draw me past this. Okay, let's go after image. How much damage does this do? I got 1. Yeah, I need to. We're 0 for 2 on the knife trap being useful. Let's try to play these free cards, though, so that I can get some free procs on the thing. Hidden Daggers probably is where it obviously makes the calculated gamble a lot worse, but I think we do it. I could push a lot of damage with probably Knife Trap instead of Matamori. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to determine if I'm playing Knife Trap here. I mean, I would have to take some damage. It's only equivalent to whatchamacallit. I think we just count gamble this. I could also just defend count gamble. I don't know. I actually wish I'd held the dagger throw. I should have thought this turn out more. This is really a bad use of gamble, but I'm going to do it for 1 anyway. Yeah. Saved me an HP, if anything, and gave me an opportunity to get a better turn. Do I want to use Acro here? Unfortunately, because of leading strike, I won't proc pocket watch unless I purposely don't, which is, I guess, an option. But this next turn looks pretty good without pocket watch, so I think we should push the extra damage. And also, the Shiv, if I can get to Knife Trap, does obviously represent another extra bit of damage. Gosh, if I draw Knife Trap when he has the spikes, though, that's obviously not good either. So maybe get rid of this. I don't really want to see that again when I redraw. I want to finish this fight now with like Knife Trap before it goes on much longer. I guess he doesn't really perma-scale, so this is a fight you can just take your time with. It's actually not that bad of a fight, it seems. Can we just kill him here? 34, so I can do 18 there, plus 12. It's not enough. But then I can do 8 more, so wait, how much is that? So it's 12, 20, and then 38. That is lethal. Well, hopefully my math is correct. It wouldn't be the first time I fucked up the math. But yeah, it looks like it's correct here. Ooh, that could be good. That fight's annoying. I don't know. It definitely is normally. It's a bit slow, but in a long fight, it's good. I still wonder that these are just such good defensive potions. But my defense has been so good that I haven't really needed them. But they're there for if I draw dead, which has to happen eventually. As a Lith doesn't really pull me out of those situations. What it does is it gives me a way to win in a fight that I otherwise wouldn't be able to. It was often a good thing into like Champ, for example. But so this boss, the crab, I feel like the crab is not a fight you want going on that long, right? Because it's like you basically get two initial turns that are not so bad as long as you're facing in the right direction, which we should be able to do. But then eventually that the crab's left hand, the crab on our right side of the screen, powers up and does like a rocket punch, and that thing does so much damage. And it's not something, even like a piercing whale won't get you out of that. So like, but then having these block potions to help with that seems like the way to solve that fight. It doesn't really seem like slow gaining. I mean, this is so good with shivs though, so I'm like, we also don't have to think of things in terms of the boss necessarily. We do it. I was being hype, obviously I was exaggerating. Obviously the elites are still harder than the hallways, typically speaking, but that, so we may want to, if we're being intelligent here, maybe prepare for the elites more so than the boss. And into the elites, I think it's still debatable which one's better, honestly. I think the gift could probably be better into the dude that gains or like puts status cards in your deck when you attack him, since we don't necessarily have huge attacks and we don't have much poison. We don't even have accuracy or anything like that. Or there's another shiv power that gives damage to the first shiv you play a turn. Even that would be pretty good, but we don't have any of that. We do have dagger throw. Even that's like 9 is a debatable threshold. The only really big single hit damage we have is that Memento Mori, and it doesn't really play that often, it seems. Knife Trap will be good to finish him with, but to power it up, I'm going to create so many things. So certainly in that fight, that would be better than these. So if I'm going to give a potion up, I think I should take that, by the way, because that fight would be very hard for us, and that would be an answer to it, because we don't have a good answer to it. Is Heart of Iron better than Block Potion? I think so. I think it is better. It's hard to say. It's like they're both, they're just pulling me out of a bad turn is what they're there for. But Block Potion is better at that, right? If we're thinking of just one turn. But the nice thing about Heart of Iron is sometimes you get into a situation where maybe you're debating whether Block Potion is worth it because it's not getting the full 12 block, right? There's a lot of situations where it's like, I'm going to take like 9 damage or something, right? And in that case, it's a lot easier to justify playing the Heart of Iron. And then the subsequent turns, you pretty much keep getting value out of it. So I think I like the Heart of Iron more. So yeah, long-winded way to say all that. Do we want a second Hidden Daggers? It's a little risky, to be honest. Expertise might be good in this deck. We often are going down to our... If I had a well-laid plans, I'd like it more, because I feel like it would be good to like refill my deck or refill my hand after I've played out the turn, and then just whatever seems good I can hold with well-laid plans. But we don't have well-laid plans. I am a little worried though with Hidden Daggers that I don't have enough card draw to support it. I definitely don't. Going back to deck balance, it's like I only have the acrobatics really. Prepared is not card draw, it's cycle. In a way, gamble. It's just a one and done, right? How much can you expect out of? And it's not adding card. It's not really. It's when I think of Hidden Daggers, I think of a situation where I draw both Hidden Daggers the same turn. It can be hard to actually get the value out of them in that case. But if you have a card like Acrobatics, it helps because it overall expands your hand. Gamble does not overall expand your hand, right? Neither does Prepared. So neither does Dagger Throw. So just because a card technically is drawing a card, it doesn't mean it actually supports daggers. It's more like I'm evaluating like hand size, I guess. And I don't know that I have it well enough to support this other hidden daggers. I also think maybe if I had more sly cards, it could be better, but I feel like I'm still going to take it. I could just take Cloak and Dagger, though. Maybe that's better. It might be better. We're going to take Cloak and Dagger. It's a safer pick. Definitely can just rest here. Cloak and Dagger is a good upgrade. I mean, it makes Knife Trap better. It makes the card itself easier to play. It feels like it can be more of an offensive card when it's upgraded. Otherwise, it's kind of a weaker play when it's unupgraded. I think we upgrade it. Yeah, it's a good upgrade. Could have also done Hidden Daggers, I guess. This thing, it makes some Shiv plus. It doesn't. The thing is, that upgrade doesn't help with Knife Trap. So I feel like I'm really trying to make Knife Trap good here, which I feel like, is an okay thing to do. I don't want to burn Mazla's Gift on this fight. There's nothing in this fight that should particularly hurt us, but if we seem just underscaled for the fight, we have the Heart of Iron that I guess we can use. Okay, I do want to definitely get After Image into play. I think I'm gonna hand trick one of these and then gamble. Yeah, I didn't want to play that strike, even though it was going to get energy, because I would just probably find better stuff, right? I almost want to just keep this guy in a weak chain right now, but it wastes all this damage. And I can power up the thing. Yeah, let's just do this. Okay, Leading Strike technically pushes more damage, but I think we want to make that Knife Trap pop. So that's why I want to generate the extra Shiv, but obviously there's more damage there with the other card. Okay, there's Knife Trap. Now we have a decision to make, because I kind of have to face tank here if I'm really going to make this. It's not even going to do that much yet. I feel like I don't need to play it yet. I might just want to try to get to Tactician if I can. There is a 3 out of 5 chance that will happen. Either way, I want to get to Survivor or this Double Defend. And even the other Shiv card. Let's try it. Alright, we did not get... We could still try for it here. I might as well. So we're down to a 50-50. Either way, this is something we want to do. Alright, we bottom deck that damn card. So, get rid of that, I guess. We'll do the Double Defend. We can have a good turn here still. Now, the next time we see Knife Trap, we'll be ready to go. Of course, I do have to preserve the curse there. That's just is what it is. But I'm definitely liking the fact that I did not add that other Hidden Daggers. As I've played through these, you can obviously see that it just wouldn't actually be all that good. Right, neutralize is a great thing to draw into here. Technically, it's like, I don't know, has this thing really done much other than just be a block card? Because there I had the energy to play that out anyway, right? And we are really needing it to get to that Knife Trap. Unfortunately, I don't know that I'm putting myself down a good rabbit hole here, because almost all of my damage right now in this deck is focused around Knife Trap. I don't think that's necessarily a good game plan. But certainly the next time we see it, we'll be doing some good damage. Could have maybe just went for Pocket Watch there, but that seemed like a lot of damage to not go in on. Might just go Leg Sweep Defend for this one, because drawing into Knife Trap, does it even kill him yet? It's 12 by 4. That's definitely not killing him. So yeah, we'll just, I can't get through that block this turn anyway, so just try to, I guess we full defend there because the after image. And we get it to pocket watch, not even that good necessarily. Well, I'm trying to think if I'm dagger throwing here. Yeah, I can't kill him this turn. Had I played this, then this thing would be going wild, by the way. But as we can see, I'm able to full block most of these turns, so I think it's like too big of a deal. We'll go like this. And then that. And that. I didn't realize that we'll play after image for each of those. That's something to keep in mind. So okay, even if knife trap is kind of awkward here, the fact that it synergizes with after image like that, I'm pretty happy to have it. Let's put it that way. Let's start with these. Get the neutralize going. Then we can do, I guess we could just defend. I don't actually, well, we might as well do this though, because we get the extra energy back. Actually, I'm gonna take some damage here, it looks like. Probably should have just played the piercing whale there. He does multi-strike every now and then, though. Alright, bye-bye. Pair. Earn back the HP we gave back at the beginning. Perfect. Colors pushing is not beating these out, I think. I could see reasons for each of these. You know, Ricochet is pretty nice because it's adding another Sly card, but at this point in the game, I don't know that it really does much. I don't have any strength. Well, I do for one fight, but, you know, adding another Blade Dance might be overdoing it with the shivs, honestly, but I think the safest pick here is Piercing Whale, but I don't know, these, I gotta say so far, the one that I have hasn't really found much. It had one good application, I think, the whole game so far. So I don't know that I need another one. So I kind of lean toward Blade Dance here, I guess. But again, we've already got this upgraded Cloak and Daggers. We've already got Hidden Daggers. We got one Blade Dance. We got the Leading Strike. I don't know that we need to be adding another Blade Dance. In fact, I'm pretty confident that we shouldn't. Is Ricochet worth adding? I don't know. It's not helping me in AoE fights. It's bad for AoE, I would say, with the random targets. And it's not like these single target fights are... It's not... It's in fact, it's kind of a downside into the one fight I'm worried about, which is, you know, the fight where he spams you with status cards. In that fight, the Piercing Whale would be better because he has ridiculous multi-strike attacks. So then I start leaning, you know what, I might still want a Piercing Whale. I don't have any dexterity. I got the after image, but yeah, I'm going to take it. The later the game gets, the more it's useful. And I think we will find use for it coming up. Okay, maybe not against the guy with all the artifacts. He does 18 damage right from the jump, and I can't even, like, get through the artifact. This is so much harder than the elites, I swear. I feel like maybe I'm not being facetious when I say that. Like, this shit is insane. Well, the after image saves me 3 HP here. And at least then it's in play for the rest of the fight. I think we have to kind of cut our losses here and say that that's maybe the best play. Otherwise, I have to YOLO on a dagger throw or acrobatics and try to get something better. And without specifically getting tactician, I don't think anything here is really that much better. You know, I can't, like, I'm not gonna get lethal on anybody. Probably the best situation, I guess, is trying into this defend specifically or that tactician specifically. Outside of that, there's not any massively better plays than just simply double defending with the after image in play. So yeah, we'll get the after image in play, and then it's just a question of who do I want to strip an artifact off or push damage on. Probably the guy that just has lower health. So let's do that. The fight's going to potentially go on a while. Oh, you know what? I should have used Hard Iron there. That would have been the absolute perfect position to use it in. And I don't know, I guess I'm going to have to here because this hand is absolute cheeks. Guess it's not the worst thing in the world. I could do a lot of damage here, but definitely I wish this was in play last turn. But it is what it is. So yeah, let's go like this. And then we go like this. This is going to be a really good turn for offense, at least. I was worried he would attack the front guy. Well, I guess we're just spreading our damage out today. Hey, we full block. Can't ask for much more than that. Wow, I actually full blocked her without the damn potion. I'm so stupid. Because I forgot about the knife trap being so insane. And then I get the good defend here. Man, I'm playing real well today. And by real well, I mean real stupid. Let's just break this last artifact. I don't know that there's... It's not really worth me dagger throwing here. Like, if I dagger throw into, like, Momentum Mores, or even Piercing Wail, then I'm taking damage. Well, I'm not taking damage because I got plating in. So yeah, maybe since I burned my potion anyway, we should just dagger throw. I'll even count gamble here, why not? Push some extra damage. Again, we did not need the plating. Well, hopefully I just get a better potion that I can replace there with, so I feel worse about completely just wasting this potion completely. I'm full blocking already with the tungsten rod, so I guess I still push the damage here because me getting 40 is... I would require a knife trap anyway, and that probably just kills him anyway. I guess I'm still going to get rid of this because I just don't want to see it anymore. So Piercing Wail, I add an extra one. This fight is just, I don't think we really needed it for it. And by the time I've stripped Artifact, I'm kind of scaled up, right? Still not dead, huh? And again, I'm just going to get rid of this. What if only knife trap is drawn here for my damage? That would be tragic. That was actually a stupid to do what I just did there. I could have drawn right into knife trap, and that would have been the saddest day of my life. You saw me play that. You saw me play that shiv. Alright, knife trap. Thank you for showing up. Alright. Ooh, footwork. Is Fletchette's good? Not really. I can get a big Fletchettes, but it's just like, I don't know. Knife trap's better. And footwork is actually really helping me a lot, quite actually. Okay, we're getting the full fruit salad here, I guess. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. All the parents know what I just sang there. Should I lose 5 HP? It does suck sometimes. Is there a way I can like look at those doll things? Let me find them. Event. So that one's fine. Like Struggles is fine. That would be great. Daughter of the Wind would be great. But there's like some where, yeah, like Bing Bong, I don't necessarily want. That's a doll, right? I don't know. I think it is. I think I'm going to go for 1 or 2, though, just because even beyond avoiding a bad one, maybe just searching for a good one is good, but I will not do 15. I'll do 5. 5 seems reasonable. So here, I assume Bing Bong would have been what it gave me then. But for sure, with our deck, absolutely we're taking Daughter of the Wind. Are you kidding me? So I'm really glad I paid that 5 HP, because I'm going to assume that that's the one that it offered me that wouldn't have been given to me. Now we could rest here. I got to say, though, my defense is pretty damn good. I'm tempted at this point to upgrade Blade Dance, because that gives me an extra shiv, and it's an extra 2 block once I get After Image in play, because I got Daughter of the Wind now, right? But the other things I could do, a Prepared or an Acrobatics upgrade would probably be good too. We're able to cycle through our deck decently enough because of the calculated gamble, but past the point that that's exhausted, I don't know how fast I'm able to keep cycling my deck. Like, I may actually be too slow at the moment. But at the same time, I don't know, just an extra shiv sounds decent to me. It's not like an incredible upgrade, but yeah, it's an extra 4 damage at the baseline. That's already good for on a 1-cost card. And then I get my knife trap scaling better. And then I don't know though, it's like Daughter of the Wind obviously, has that synergy with it, but these are not giant moves forward for what the card is getting me. The card's already really good for me to play. It's just making it a little bit better when it's already good. I am thinking maybe Knife Trap could be the upgrade, because it does make quite, even though it's not doubling the power of it, still a 50% upgrade on attack for this thing is like, it's making it so I may not have to play it twice in some cases, I feel. It's hard to do the exact math here, but it feels like that is something that would happen. So really it's just, I could also argue for an intrinsic afterimage at this point. As the deck gets bigger, that could definitely be something we want to do as well. Honestly, that might be what I do want to do. But I don't know, sometimes it's not so easy to get it into play on the first turn. Generally it is. Generally speaking, the first turn would be the easiest turn to get it in, but I don't know. I think I'm actually going to upgrade the knife trap. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know, though. Let's see. We have to do an elite. We only got this potion. It could still, even with this potion, that one dude could do a lot of damage to us. I actually think I should heal here now that I'm looking at all this. Because we're kind of iffy on upgrades anyway, on what's really all that good for us. And I am actually low on health. Now we're almost back to full health. This is maybe better. Or even this fight. I haven't really even thought of how this fight would go. Obviously, Piercing Wail is really good for this fight. May want to just start with a Cloak and Dagger, though. I could just footwork, Cloak and Dagger, defend, maybe? I'm not using this potion for this fight. This is a fight that they just deal a bunch of front-loaded damage to you, so either deal with it or you don't. You can't wait several turns for your strength to come online. Can I do footwork, defend, cloak? Because I get, what would I get in that scenario? I get 7 plus 8, so 15. And then the 2 shivs would get me 2 additional, so 17. Definitely not full blocking, but then at least footwork's in play. At least I push 8 damage, and I get 2 shivs ready for knife trap. It's either that or I just count gamble this whole hand, I think. I don't even think I play Cloak and Dagger if I'm going to count gamble. If I count gamble, we're going for like discard, hopefully getting some discard shenanigans going. I got the acrobatics here too, though, which is awkward. That leans me more toward wanting to do the footwork play. Can't really like play Pocket Watch unless I don't want to play the shivs. I definitely want to play the shivs. The other option is instead of footwork, I mean footwork is just one less defense than a defend. I feel like I should get it into play. I think this is just a call. And then I'll put the damage on the lower health one. And I still could count gamble here, but I don't know what that accomplishes other than digging for neutralize. Anything else it's not good to see. I think we don't play it. Yeah, I was afraid that we would top deck the knife trap here. That being said, this is a turn where I wish I had the block potions. Like, this is a prime example of a turn where you want those. Well, start with this, I guess. I mean, technically, at least all of the stuff in the hand synergizes with one another. And this guy's multi-striking, so I don't know. Even though I'm weak, maybe I can do something here. At least I can earn some block from the knife trap. We'll try it. Alright, we're going to take a beating here. I'm definitely glad that I rested. This elite is definitely a contender for toughest elite in the game, I would say. This fight would have been easier if I had After Image as my power instead of footwork at the very first turn, I would say, given everything that showed up. Let's do this because we know we already got this target. Okay, we got the Piercing Wail if we need it. I kind of doubt that we will. Alright, he's dead. Make that guy weak. We'll find out here. So, I'm only getting hit for 12 plus 7, 19. Yeah, we don't need to play. I do want to hold Piercing Wail in this fight. It's going to be the best way to get a defensive spike, but if I'm having so much block there, I might as well let the block do its thing. Preserve that other Piercing Wail for later. Start with this, I guess. See here, I think I might just... almost seems like, again, like this is just better. Yeah, we'll just do this, because I full block here anyway. It even hit the right target, nice. And now at least I got lasting weak to make the other turns a little bit better. Alright, we got the knife trap, so we know we're good on this turn. So I get 7 block out of it. And I can piercing wail this guy down, so I've got 7 times 4. Oh no, I'm weak, so 7 times 3. It's only 21 damage. That sucks. That actually just kind of sucks. Yeah, not being able to kill that definitely hurts. I kind of wonder if I mean, maybe it's not too late to proc this. Had I procced it, we'd obviously be having a much easier time here. I find myself just really needing to deal damage, but yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to take a hit at some point. I think I need to take some more damage here in favor of trying to push some damage. Yeah, we'll do this. And I think we just knife trap, unfortunately. I mean, we'll full block pretty much, right? So, who has more strength? They're equal. This guy's buffing himself, but he also has a little bit more health. But he is buffing himself, so that's 21. Does it put him in any sort of range I could realistically kill him with? Memento Mori would be the only way. Maybe Leading Strike as well. I think either way he is the target. Alright. I don't understand this worm. I mean, how is he hitting me? Both ends of him are in the earth. Can I just walk around him? Calicated Gamble. I'm tempted to. I mean, the rest of this turn is not great. And I got all this energy. I think we can do this and count Gamble. Well, at least we got this. Pocket Watches was never on my radar that turn. But I don't know that it would have been... Probably could have been a good Pocket Watch turn, honestly. I don't know. Alright, we got the Memento Mori here, plus pretty good amount of discard. But I am weak. So I can Dagger Throw, Cloak and Dagger to kill that guy. I still got this guy to deal with. That guy in the middle's a problem. He's got all the health, and now he's hitting me big, and I think I've burned all my piercing wails. Maybe I shouldn't have burned him. I don't think there's any way I can deal 37 damage even with this Memento Mori. I can maybe... I think we do got to start with this, though. Okay, that defend will definitely help at the very least. Ooh, hand trick. That just made things really good, too. Alright, let's do that. And then we can do this. Is that even going to kill this guy, though? So this thing does 15. That would obviously kill that. This is 6 plus 4, which is unfortunately 4 short. So I may have to just use this here, unfortunately. I don't see how else to do this turn, unless I guess we could Cloak and Dagger to kill it as well. Actually, that kind of makes more sense, right? If I'm using this to kill this, then I definitely should just play this. That way I get more shivs for the thing. So yeah, we'll just kill him with some good old shivs, and then push this. I'm going to push it on the middle. This guy needs to get dealt with faster. But yeah, next time we get Knife Trap will be good. If we get full block, that's fine. Knife Trap is definitely ready to go, I feel. As long as I'm full blocking here, I think we can still push damage to the middle. Yeah, I think I am. So... and he'll die to poison naturally next turn. We just have to deal with the other ends. And they're all hopefully in range of it. I just got to get this one weakened a little bit and then maybe finish the other with Knife Trap. It looks like that should be doable here. So let's do this. Okay. He's not dead this turn, but this is absolutely fine because then the next turn he'll be dead. Unless I somehow don't try any attacks, which would be very sad. No such luck for him today. Okay, we get through the fight, and, you know, past the first couple turns we stopped taking damage, so that was good. Twisted Funnel, interesting. I don't know that it really helps us that much, but it's okay. Murder. I don't know that I draw enough cards for Murder to be good. I will say I have had... I kind of wrote the card off, but honestly there are some... There was a deck I had that where it was pretty good. It was doing like 50 to 80 damage. And that I basically was able to cycle the deck, but I never found a speedster or anything, so it was really hard to actually turn all of that cycling into damage. I also didn't have any like sly attack cards. And in that case, Murder is fine, but you know, we don't really find ourselves cycling the deck that much. We cycle it to a certain degree. It's not bad. I would say the card draw is not bad. It's just not great. It's not great enough for me to take a Murder. You know, a 3-cost attack that does 1 damage and has to, you know, do all that. But maybe our Prepared's still fine. I feel like it is. I should have just upgraded that Prepared, by the way, instead of healing. Well, no, I think I'm okay with the heal, because we'd be really low right now. And I don't know that an upgraded Prepared would have necessarily saved us HP. I mean, maybe it would have, but I'm still taking another one, yeah. Do we want an Infinite Blades at this point? It almost seems like I do. Well, we can complete the fruit salad. I'm not paying $300 for a mango, though, sorry. Good to know that if I had fought an elite right now, that's what I would have gotten, though, I guess. Is Bronze Scales worth it? I know we're lacking damage, and honestly, some of the fights that are bad... The elite that's bad for us, which is that dude with the bees. Nah, not the bees. Or whatever he is, I don't know. The dude that gets the status into your deck when you attack him. He has a lot of big multi-attacks, some of them like 8 strikes, I think. So like Thorns really damages him pretty good. I may be open to that. And then what was the boss? The crab? It's not necessarily so good into the crab, but I'm not seeing much else that's super good here. The Infinite Blades on discount I probably will take. It's obviously good for powering up the Knife Trap, and it's just good damage. Do we want Deflect? I don't know. It does synergize with quite a lot of our stuff. So it's either deflect or remove. I don't feel I need to remove these cards that much. The strikes are doing 9 damage. Defends are just defends. Shouldn't I just add a deflect? Could also add a dagger throw. I mean, once I get after image in, the deflect, I don't know, if I have after image and footwork in, that deflect does pretty good healing, and I am low on energy. I have no energy in this deck, other than the one time I hit Tactician. I don't know, I probably don't need to buy it though. I think we just hold this gold. It's not like super good. I told you this guy was around. Now I'm really glad that I took this. Alright, we get the after image. We got the piercing wail. I probably do that because I do want to get... Oh, no, I don't want to get infinite blades into play. Alright, we're using this for this. Even with the thorns, you know, I'm a little worried about this fight. I don't know, do I infinite blades? That seems bad. I should have not done that before. I should have drawn first there. But I was like, I don't know what I would draw for one that I wouldn't play a piercing wail there if that was the play I was going to do. I think we do want to neutralize him. And then this does 17. We should do that. Maybe I won't do the strike though. Like I'm already having a lot of bad draws here. Okay, this is a good turn. Represents decent damage. Getting the footwork in is good. He's about to upgrade this beehive thing, so I'm going to do this while I can. Eventually now, you know, we got, or not the pocket watch, but we got the strength gaining. But I need to draw cards. It's a catch-22 here. I have to judge when I'm about to be able to finish him, I guess. Piercing Wail is coming in the clutch here. Now the problem here is if I hit him twice, then I'm only drawing, you know, I may not draw any of these. I could draw like Bane plus just status cards. So, granted, I do have 3 strength, so these things are doing, you know, 14 damage between them. But I don't think I'll do that. I think I'm not close enough to killing him. I can just chill for a bit, and I mean the Thorns is putting in a ton of work here. Got the hand trick. I think we can put a pretty good turn together here. Okay. So we're full blocking. We actually got pretty good. We don't have any status cards in there. I'm going to do this now. I probably don't want to do hidden daggers though, because he's almost dead. I just want to get another shiv ready to go. If I can combo it with another attack, then we can finish him here. Yeah, looks like he's done. All right, we get through that. That's pretty good with us, honestly. We can get the shiv stuff going there. Reflex or another hand trick. Hand trick's been alright. Sometimes. Other times it's not really done anything. other than be a glorified defend. But it is 7 blocks, alright. Reflex though. I would not mind that reflex. I think we'll take the reflex. I think we have just the 1 potion. This guy's pretty fucking hard. But I want to see, like, prepared is a good upgrade. After image is probably a pretty good upgrade for this fight. We have both of these prepareds. I think we got to upgrade prepared. I think I'm a little iffy here doing that into this really tough boss, but alright, I don't mind top decking the knife trap, I guess. Would I prefer that didn't happen? Sure, but, you know, that's just how it goes. Still gonna do this so I can get these shivs played. Should full block here. I think I just strike. We're in no rush to burn out those cards. Tungsten rod prevails again. Yeah, I'm not using color pushing here. I'm going to save color pushing for like a rocket arm turn if things are drawn poorly. But yeah, obviously it does suck to take 10 there. Alright, this will change things. Hopefully. We have the reflex and the haze, so 2 of these 5 could be okay discards. Haze good. We're probably just leg sweeping this turn. Yeah. Almost actually. We still did not proc pocket watch that turn. Alright, here's where I may need a colorless potion, we'll see. And I'm frail too. I think it's time. Well, panic button could be an option here. We still gain defense from after image. So on the following turn there's not some ridiculous attack. I think that's okay. We get that into play and that into play. And then we just do that. Still not even full blocking. I could... I don't want to draw in a knife trap here with the cow gamble, so I guess I'll just take this damage anyhow. But you see how ridiculous that turn is. This whole fight comes down to that turn, essentially. But I'm hoping knife trap can accelerate things. I'll do this to make him weak. Actually, full block here. Okay. There's the knife trap. Okay, we can power it up. I imagine we're doing this. I don't think we can kill either of them here. I want to be facing this way. Maybe I should have put the damage to the right, though. It might be better though to kill the guy on this left side first. Oh, this thing's going off. The Kusari Gamma. Oh. Alright, we full block for sure there. 20 cards played. It's actually better to maybe get them both close to death first. Because once you kill the other one gets like a ton of armor and then I think goes even harder on everything. So I might want to actually attack the right side here this time. We got the knife trap again. Oh, he's actually dead. For some reason, I didn't think it would actually kill him. This is probably still fine. So now he'll go harder. But that's okay. I think we got this guy dead here. Bye-bye. Well, that was not too hard, all things considered. I'm glad we were able to upgrade the prepared. Now they're just stronger for the rest of the thing. Okay, do we want Envenom or Adrenaline? Because we don't have accuracy. We don't have any actual scaling for our shivs other than Knife Trap. And I can see that being a problem. Like, I definitely a problematic fight in Act 3 would be the 3 Knights. The Spectral Knight could burn my Knife Trap, and in that case, I don't know how I could win, maybe. So much of our damage is in that. And Venom's definitely the worst of these 3 cards, generally speaking, but it might just fit our needs more, because it does solve that fight. And then Malaise is okay. I don't know if it's all that good in Slay the Spire 2, though, but it remains to be seen, I guess. It obviously was God tier in the first game, but maybe the threats are just different. You know, Malaise was so good because there's so many single-target big multi-strikers that it just nerfs in Slay the Spire 1. But in Slay the Spire 2, there's a lot of, like, single-strikers. Or if there are multi-strikers, they're usually, like, spread out in a lot of cases across multiple enemies. But obviously Malaise is not good in those fights. So I actually kind of think the Malaise is the odd man out. Adrenaline is, like, the default pick here. Adrenaline is honestly always just so good. We have been hurting for energy too, to some degree, and that would help a little bit with that. It would help me set up my powers. And another thing about Envenom is that at a 2 cost, how am I justifying playing that? Other than Tactician, there's not a good way for me to get a turn where that's played. I mean, the nice thing about the Knife Trap right now is it double synergizes with Daughter of the Wind and After Image, so it provides defense even if I don't kill the enemy. It's like a good turn, but that's not the case with Envenom. That's, by the way, why even though permafrost kind of sucks, it's still like okay for those type of situations. It makes getting a card like Envenom so much easier to get into play, but it does suck because like if you play any other powers, then you kind of burn it. I think we're just gonna take Adrenaline. If I get into that one fight, I'm just going to be really careful with my Knife Trap. Fight me, Silent. The Silent escapes, stealing a weapon on the way. Where did you go? Alright, we've taken Psy before. 7 block every turn. It's not bad. When you kill kill an elite, upgrade 4 cards. I don't get this one. I'm like, this is just a way worse claw. Like, seriously, what is... Am I missing something? Is this actually good? I don't know. It's so slow. Like, claw, I can upgrade a claw, and it costs 0, and I get 3. I get the attack scaled by 3. But I guess with the Maul, it's like, well, you got 6 of them in your deck now, but... You know what? Oh, you know what? Oh my god, I just never... Okay, I'm an idiot. Just like I didn't read Knife Trap correctly the first time, I'm now reading it correctly now. I'm like, oh, it deals 5 damage twice. That's the big thing. I feel like that twice is hidden there. Like, I don't know, it doesn't pop out to my eyes, but I see it there. I see you. 5 damage twice. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Maybe it's not that bad then. Because then I'm getting I am keeping more up with like claw. It still is weird to me that it costs 1, but I guess if it's attacking twice, it makes sense. It's still basically, I don't know. What 6 cards would I transform? Obviously these 3 defends and I guess the 2 strikes, so 5 are already taken care of. I really don't want to transform any of these other cards, so I just don't think this is on the table. It's either just Warhammer or Psy. Warhammer sounds probably better. But what's the elite situation look like? So maybe that's good. There's no 3 elite. There's a 3 elite on the far right here, but I would have no... I could get a shop. Okay, so is this a good path? We get a campfire after the second one. Going through 2 without a campfire could be brutal. Plus we got hallways. Well, at least there's a question mark in between, which is nice. I mean, that's the only 3 elite path I'm seeing. And it's a decent enough path that I think we'll take that elite one. That's good enough. Oh no, not you assholes. Well, we can just Piercing Wail and jet out of here with Calculated Gamble. Maybe we want a Cloak and Dagger as well. I think I'm going to gamble. You know, I think I am going to do this actually. Ooh, we got our Knife Trap. Three times 4, so here. 16. We'll get the guy in the middle then. 4. Actually, we'll spread out the damage a little bit. Oops. Damn it. Dude, I don't know what's up with my brain lately, dude. I'm like, I was obviously going to set up a Knife Trap there. Before I knew it, I was out of energy. I don't know what I'm doing. I literally... This is why I'll never be so good at this game, shall we say. Gotta take that guy out for sure. No. 9 by... okay, we kill him. But I'm like taking damage. Am I taking damage? I don't know. Maybe, hopefully not. I don't take damage. Thank God. Right? Because of tungsten rod? We'll find out. Aha, no damage to me, you bastard. Is backflip any good? It could be. It's okay. Do I want another footwork instead, or upgraded sucker punch? I don't think so. Honestly, I earn a lot of my defense not really through playing defensive cards. Like, I don't know how good footwork is. And even on that note, I don't know how many turns I can... The only turn backflip is probably all that good on is if I'm using hand trick on it. Other than that, I could see it just being hard to justify playing a lot of the time. Still could be okay, though. I think I'll take one. Alright, we're top decking knife trap. Definitely want to start with this. This guy does 20 damage. Alright, piercing whale. We're happy to see that. And then I think we just leading strike, I guess. Since now they're literally not doing any damage. We got a ways to go to get that knife trap back anyway, so I'm not in any rush to get through and force too many shivs to get played. Okay, Thorns are going to go hard on that guy, by the way. I'm telling you, scale is really good in this game. Alright, that was not a bad turn. Full block, and this guy's going to be almost dead now from the thorns. One more set of that and he's gone. Of course, he is buffing up now. Okay, this guy's dead here. We don't need to be defending. Guess he's pretty close to death too. Yeah, he'll die. I mean, I can just defend a few hits and he'll die, right? Or just do this. Okay, well that went well. Good potion. Speedster. I typically am always very happy to see Speedster. I do wonder though if this deck... I got the energy potion, I got the adrenaline, I got the tactician. That is my main way to get it into play. And then at that point, I think I draw enough cards that it's pretty good. I have an upgraded prepared, I got another unupgraded one. If I didn't use the adrenaline yet, I got that. I got the backflip. I've got the acrobatics, I've got the calculated gamble, I've got the dagger throws, It's not the best card draw in the world, but it's pretty good. I think we take it. The other ones just aren't really matching it at this point. Ooh, okay, we got Hidden Gem. That is just a wild card in and of itself. And I might just take it. I mean, I don't really have any reasons to take anything else here. Like, yeah, I mean, Expose can be alright, but it's not going to beat out Hidden Gem. Potions are kind of middling. I mean, this one's good, but it's $100. I'd definitely rather just buy a Hidden Gem. Doesn't mean I can't another one where I can't remove, but that's okay. I think we can counteract. We've already removed a lot of strikes and stuff from this deck, so our deck is actually just overall pretty high quality. Would not mind getting. This is not a bad turn. Get Speedster into play. Instead of playing Neutralize, we might as well do this since that's going to be 2 extra damage and another card. Wow, this is such a good turn. I love having turns like that. And we can just get 2 powers into play and get a good front-loaded hit. Let's do it. Alright. Even though he has the block, I want to try to finish this guy if I can. I don't know that I can here. Is it too late for me to do this? I know I have... Let's do the acro. See what happens. Could do the reflex and get 2 additional damage as well. Reflex does more damage, or does the equal amount of damage as Haze. But I can just prepare it into that. Okay, there's a Hidden Gem. I guess we're doing that though. I should have played the hand trick before, maybe? I don't know. I could still make hand trick work. Alright, let's see what this hits. I don't even know if I can actually... I may really want to kill this guy here. Hidden Gem might just not get played. Yeah, I think we gotta go like this. And then 4... Put 1 shiv there. Take out the one with less health. Or they got the equal health, doesn't matter. Okay, well, we kill the guy in front, full block. These guys are ready to die. Good turn. Alright. Knife trap. Another fight where knife trap not really needed. Strength pot, that's potentially better than vulnerable pot. In fact, yeah, it just is, right? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's happening. Uh-oh. Well, hey, we picked the accuracy up right in time, let's put it that way. I don't mind, I don't hate top decking this here. Let's do the after image. We definitely got to get that in play. For this fight, do I want a strength pot? I really don't like this fight. Oh, that's the test subject alpha, though. I'm going to try this. If I can, if I can save it for that test subject alpha, I want to. Ooh, speedster. That is very tempting. I don't think so. I mean, I'll probably use energy potion this fight. Do I want to get this into play? I guess so. My thought is I'm almost certainly going to be getting some big card draw turns coming up, and the sooner I can get the guy in the middle dead, the easier this fight will be. So we already have some here. Play this now. Ooh. It's a little risky to draw here on one energy. I think we got it. It's not a strong turn otherwise. Okay, we're happy to get that. It does suck to lose the acrobatics, but definitely don't want to lose that defend. We still got Count Gamble, I think, and prepareds and stuff like that, so... Really just resisting using that potion. Alright, losing a strike's not so bad. He'll die to spikes here. Now we want to kill the guy in the back. Bye-bye. Alright, we get through that fight. We did have to use the energy potion, but that's okay. Those are doing 16. Why were they doing 16? I know I had oh, my accuracy was like hyper scaled from the hidden gem. That's right. I completely forgot that my accuracy had that. Shows how much I'm paying attention, I guess. Bellows is always good with the Ring of the Snake. Definitely too late for me to care about a bouncing flask. Even the leg sweep is iffy. The current one that's upgraded is already hard to play sometimes. I think we just don't take these. Ricochet upgraded is alright. I think we still stick with this path. Oh, I forgot. I'm getting like, shouldn't I be getting a lot of upgrades from those elites? So, did it say what got upgraded? Okay, obviously one of the prepareds got upgraded. That's good. Because I only had one of them upgraded. Leading strike, it's not as good. Defend, I guess. They weren't great, but we'll try to get more here. What was this one? I don't understand the reject option. Is there something I'm missing? Like, it implied that I was going to lose the run when I tried to click it, and I was too cowardly to go forward. Does anyone actually know if there's like a hidden secret scenario there where you click it anyway and it doesn't actually lose you the run? I feel like it'd be pretty lame if it actually lost you the run. Upgrade 2 cards. Either way, we can discard these most of the time. We just want to do whatever one's better for us. I think I can choose the upgrades here, but at the same time, I should have 8 of these cards randomly upgraded. I think I'd rather just get the relics. Plus regret, I don't know. If I do get messed up at this point in the game, I think regret is less impactful than shame. Like, shame... Then again, I am getting most of my block from not really the block cards themselves. So, like, maybe this curse is actually not as bad for me, but still I want the relics. Okay, a pantograph might be good. Lucky Fish is not. I guess at least we went past the bad relics to get to the good ones then. Okay, Beggar Prep, that's really good. That's comboing with Bellows, so... Ooh, this guy, he can be tough. Alright, there is our speedster and accuracy and footwork. And a regret and no discard. Fuck. Ay. Not good. Well, we don't want to play backflip, I guess. I guess it's just footwork, accuracy... I'm definitely using this block. I mean, he does have a turn where he attacks for more, but this is just a bad turn for me. Man, in some cases, I might be able to backflip into something that can discard the Tactician that would save this turn from being so bad. But what is my chances of that? You know, I got Acrobatics. I got the Survivor. So that's 2... Double Dagger Throw, that's 4. Double Prepared, that's 6. Calculate Gamble, that's 7. I don't think Hand Trick does anything. So 7. What was it? Then Adrenaline, kind of, but not really. So we'll say 7. 7 of the 27. And I draw 2. It's not a great chance that I find it. But at the same time, it might still be worth trying for. Sure, I lose like a few extra HP if I brick. But if I hit, I'm going to save quite a bit more, potentially. I don't know, though. What... Yeah, I would. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is a 10 card hand. How did that happen? How did I get a 10 card hand? I should have been 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because it should just... Oh, you know what it is? It's because the pale's blood, right? So it's actually kind of screwing me here. Kind of. Not really, but in a sense it is. I think we footwork... I don't think I can accuracy here. I think I'm just going to defend. I'm not going to go for the backflip. And, I'll take a lot of damage here, but I think I should save this potion for the other turn, potentially. This is only saving me 8 block. 8 health. It doesn't help with regret. Whereas on the other turn, I may just want this. I don't know. It's still 8 health. It might be worth it still. I mean, I can just heal there. That's fine. I think we save it. I want to know how much health Tungsten Rod has saved me on this run. It's got to be a wild amount. This is awkward. Here, let's go like this. So I gotta draw back to accuracy, but we'll get these into play. 20 damage. We got knife trap. I don't. If I'm gonna calculate a gamble, I don't think I want to acrobatics because I do want to play knife trap when I see it. So I just want to So even dagger throws iffy. I guess we just go leading strike. Memento Mori is fine. Yeah. I definitely want knife trap to be played, though, every time I see it. Yeah, here, for example. I kind of want a hidden gem as well, but then I don't want it prepared. This turn coming up is... I also don't want to draw past the defend, because I'm going to need that to get Fortifier going. We don't have the after image in play yet. I'll still be able to block this, though, without playing the prepareds. I think we want to do this. Alright, well, we bricked that. That's okay. I just don't think we're going to play these prepareds. I actually am taking damage here. Tungsten Rod prevails again, though. Alright, this is where we probably use this potion. Alright, luckily we did get the defend just right at the end there. I was getting a little worried. So obviously we play that. I think we just do Blade Dance instead of Infinite Blades. It'll take me 4 turns for Infinite Blades to match Blade Dance here. Plus I get the immediate block for what that's worth. And yeah, we'll save like close to almost, I don't know, 17 HP, 16 HP doing this. It's worth it. Too bad I don't have blur. Or calipers, or, calipers could exist. I think we're going to go acro in case we draw knife trap. Definitely we're playing accuracy over speedster here. And we'll just do this strike actually does a lot of damage, so we'll definitely play that. Yeah, that did pretty good damage. We don't want to do this though. I want knife trap to be able to get played. Not a great turn. He's only halfway through his health. But now that we've got accuracy, we should, once we draw a knife trap, be pretty good. Okay. Let's try to power this up as much as we can. Alright, let's see what this does for us. It's 8, and they're doing 10 each, so it's 80. It's not enough. Even with a potion, it's not enough. Damn. Well, that's why we saved the defense cards. Man, maybe I should have saved the potion for this turn. I'm getting pretty good defense here, though. Okay, we almost full blocked. That's fine. We still saved more by using that potion the other turn. Alright, we need to kill this guy ASAP. Cloak and dagger, please. 50-50. Alright, we got that. That's good. Get rid of both of them. Oh, right. Wait. What did it draw? Just drew burns, I guess. I'm going to still try to get this now. Right? Oh, I guess he's dead. Perfect. Okay. It gets hard. I expect to take damage, and we did, but we can heal back. I didn't even see what got upgraded. Vajra, that'll be really good, actually. Escape plan is fine. Upgraded dagger throw, maybe. Upgraded anticipate is interesting. I'll take the escape plan. Although that was probably not the smartest thing to add into the test subject alpha, but too late now. Alright, what got upgraded? Let's see if we can guess. Looks like a strike did. I think it was already upgraded though, right? Dagger throw got upgraded. Memento Mori got upgraded. What else? So what did I name off? Memento Mori. I thought Haze was already upgraded. So Memento Mori. Oh, and another defend. Wow. Getting pretty unlucky that 1 strike and 2 defense have been upgraded when I have all these other cards. But I guess that's just how it is. We got the pentagram, so after the next delete I won't have to heal. Or, yeah, pantograph. Is that good on Memento Mori? I don't play it that often. But it could make it do a lot of damage. Or I could just transform. Let's just transform. Oh, yes, that's definitely better. Sure, top decking knife trap a lot. I'm not making the mistake of not getting accuracy into play this time, though. That card definitely begs to be put into play. Okay, we drew past regret. That's really good. I could push 21 here. I probably should. Because this guy saps my strength, right? My strength sap? Yeah. I kill that guy before too long. Alright. He's pretty close to death. We'll get our strength back when he dies. I really want to do this before I move. It's kind of greedy though, isn't it? Here, why don't we do this? We don't have after image in. I think I need to draw first. Okay, I got that. Do this. Okay, I got an escape plan. Alright, he's dead there. Maybe I should have had this into play, I don't know. Not a single skill, huh? I guess there was only one. So it's not that out of the question. Still gotta get this 17, huh? I think I can earn more doing this. Man. I should have just played the defend. I don't know. It just felt like it was like... I'm going to be getting 25 HP anyway, but it's a lot of damage to take. I could try for the attack pot here. I don't know that it pulls me out of any of this damage a lot of the time, though. Dash would be the best one, but Sucker Punch would be acceptable as well. It's probably not worth my potion. I think I probably didn't do that turn too well. Got a little lost in the sauce of what was going on, and then before I know it, I'm like, oh, I haven't even built up any block. I think if I can, I really hope that it upgrades after image. I think I'm really wanting that to be upgraded. Okay, knife trap. It's a little risky to draw here, but given our hand, I think we should do it. Gotta keep going. 69. Damn it. Okay, we can still maybe draw into Tactician. Okay, here I got the answer. Hand trick. Hand trick will shine here. Granted, there's only 4 blades. Maybe it's not that good, but you know, it is what it is for now. It's still 4. That's still okay. Especially when you got the accuracy in play. Alright, so we took a bunch of damage. It is what it is. They're tempting to take, but I don't think we want them. Test Subject Alpha is our only real concern at this point. Alright, definitely getting that into play. Looks like we did not get... Oh no, this is the elite, right? So... I don't think I can afford to play this here. Really, yeah, there we go. After image is what I'm after. Okay, hand trick is starting to really... This card is like, yeah, the later the run goes, the more it starts to just pop off. Oh no. Regret, I forgot your ass was in here. That's okay, Tungsten Rod will save me. Dagger Throw goes pretty hard here. Or, sorry, the Piercing Wail. What? Dagger Throw? May not even need it. Alright, let's see if we draw into Knife Trap. If we didn't draw into it right there, I think we just go Piercing Wail, Blade, Memento Mori. So now I can't like play Blade Dance and then do the Knife Trap. If I drew into it after that. Alright, this guy's about to get bodied. I love it so much easier than the fucking hallway. I mean, just objectively, right? Objectively easier. And I didn't even use a potion. I think I used a potion that fight too. Maybe I didn't. Ooh, that's really good. I could see Expose being good at this point. It's upgraded too. I mean, I don't have any other vulnerability sources. This is just adding a ton of damage. I think we got single target enemies. Let's take it. Single target bosses, rather. Heal could still be good here, but I think the after image is so important to everything that I need it in. We'll get a double heal here anyway. Alright, after image, you're definitely getting played. And I should get Speedster in as well. We'll get accuracy probably in. And I need to... Here, let's go... Probably played a little too fast there. I need to slow down a little bit. Right, at least he'll be weak for the foreseeable future. Now, I don't know if I spam prepared at this point. He's continuing to gain strength. And I did not get accuracy into play. So we just got to get past this first phase. The rest should be easy. Ooh, this got upgraded. It's a knife trap for 0. Should have had this in play this fight as well, huh? Well, it's not too late. I haven't played any shivs yet. I think we do want this into play here. Seems like a waste to play Piercing Wail right now. I kind of feel like I just shouldn't play anything. I got Pocket Watch anyway. Maybe I should do this. I should play this. Okay. Expose wasn't not a good one to get in on, but it was worth the shot. I think we do want to use this at any rate here. It's just giving him a lot more strength, of course, but I think we can potentially finish him here. Can we draw back? Let's see if we can maybe drop back to... it does 24 damage. We're good. Even without the accuracy. Wonder if I should... I got 2 energy here. I think we keep going. Try to get the accuracy. We want to try to get back to that accuracy if we can. Alright, we didn't get back to accuracy, but we got this. Strike. God damn it. So stupid. Alright, whatever. Alright, there's the accuracy. Definitely got to get that into play. Get this here. 33, yeah, we'll just do that, and defend will be good. Thorns will do decent damage in the meantime. I'm not getting Piercing Wail on good turns. Alright, at least we got neutralize. That'll help a bit here. We were able to full block there by the end, so still a decent turn. We don't want him to wound us too much. Backflip, okay. Knife trap. Hello, my old friend. I should probably power it up a little bit more. I mean, if I can kill him without playing it, it actually might be better. Because then I just power it up for the next phase. Okay, well, I didn't actually find a way to power it up. And unfortunately, I fucked myself over because I held it and I redrawed my deck, so I actually accomplished absolutely nothing by doing that. Not good. Not good. Can't even use that. Well, hopefully that doesn't screw me over too bad. That knife trap was kind of important. Although, you know what? He's intangible. Whatever. This guy will be we're in it for the long haul with this guy anyway, right? Definitely want to get rid of those. Neutralize is good. Hidden gem is fine. What got the replay? Hand trick. Alright, we're already full blocking. Might as well just do these, I guess. Power up some more shivs. Do one more damage. Alright, maybe we can redraw our favorite card here. Knife trap, eventually. Alright, we got the hand trick. I should put that here. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I'll put it on everything, apparently. I forgot. I didn't realize that's how the replay would work on that. I like it, that's for sure. It's more important for me to discard that. There's knife trap. Hidden gem is so fun to play, though. I have 106 block, 13 shivs. It's not enough to kill, I don't think. Maybe it is, we'll see. Almost. Hey, we can kill him in his intangible form. That's like the ultimate diss, right? We did it. Well, things are looking good. We got through that fight. We still preserved a potion. We'll re-heal here. And this guy's not even harder. Famous last words, I'm sure, but I don't think so. Get that into play. I guess we kind of did it in the wrong order, but whatever. Alright, honestly, it's okay. I was a little worried I'd draw past something important, but we didn't. I'd rather save that for the other phase. I guess I can backflip here. So that works. I think we can count gamble this. Alright, I'm all full blocked up. Only downside of prepared now is if I draw into Speedster, but if I draw into... Knife Trap isn't powered up anyway. I think we should still draw past this. Okay, this is fine. Then I can play that. That's an important card to play. I don't mind it on Escape Plan. Alright, Regret. Let's get rid of you. I guess I can get that into play as well. There's Knife Trap, but again, it's not like super powered up. I could hand trick it here anyway. Hand trick continues to come in the clutch. And we get the expose if I pop him this turn. Looks like I will. Might as well put that on this guy while I have it here. I probably should have actually made an attack potion that turn. Alright, next time we see our Knife Trap, we'll have even more shivs for it. Neutralize. I mean, I could just backflip now and go try to get a better card. I don't know. Neutralize is not the worst card either, but in the context of going Hidden Gem backflip, it is. So I kind of want to just backflip first. And then I could do it now. I'd rather draw first in case a Knife Trap is found. Oh, we still might find it. Still might find it. I think I'm just going to Hidden Gem, Leading Strike Hand, hit him with some shivs. I don't think we're going to kill him this turn. So let's do this. Oh, that'll be fun when that happens. Oh my gosh. I am going to be loving that. I don't know, if I play it on this guy, will it keep playing it after the guy, like, resummons or whatever? I actually don't know that off the top of my head. Might just want to Survivor, defend. Kind of think that might make sense. We're already full blocking here. Let's do this then. I don't want to draw into knife trap still. A Knife Trap I still need to use to take this guy out, probably. Alright, 16 shiz. This will be our moment of truth, I guess. We'll see if it goes through to the next phase and keeps hitting him with shivs. Actually, I had exact lethal, so I... Oh, it went through. It's still going through. Okay, never mind. I don't have exact lethal. because of the Kusarigama. Wow, that was nice. Well, I wish I shivved first then. The only reason I held that shiv is because I wasn't quite sure if that interaction would actually do that. I'm going to hold the potion. If we can beat him without using it, you got a style on him that way. You know what I mean? Oh, and it looks like it will happen. All right. Okay, well, that was a fun one. I mean, that is not... Most of my silence runs are having some variation of what I just did. It may sometimes go harder on shivs or harder on discard, but usually to have both of them to some degree is pretty common for me. Her die. GG. So, even though we know a lot of these cards already, we should still review the deck. So Haze, I feel like it's solid. It obviously, eventually, if you're not doing poison stuff, it's like in our deck, it was just kind of there as a card to proc Sly, and maybe strip artifact, but it really wasn't important to our deck. I still like the card a lot, though. Early on, it still did good work. But obviously, once we got the Shiv and whole cycle the deck type thing happening, it's not a important card. Leg Sweep is just solid. It does cost a lot, but certainly I got to say, we'll skip ahead to Sly. We can just talk... Knife Trap, I got to say, though, obviously, I don't know... The run was still probably winnable without it, since we got accuracy eventually, but I will say if I never got accuracy, it was pretty important to have in this deck, because that was really my kind of win condition. And certainly I still would have had to take those fights further into the depths. I mean, we ended up pretty well with pretty much full health and a leftover potion by the end, but you never know. Things could go bad depending on draw orders. Adrenaline, really good, of course, but we already know that. Leading Strike, certainly when you have the Strike, Relic is good. It's just solid. It's not like top... I don't think it would be like top tier or anything, but like I said, it's just solid damage on its own, and the fact that it generates a Shiv can kind of lead you down the path to taking something like Knife Trap, right? Which is, I gotta say, I think it's pretty good. Hidden Gem is obviously incredible. Infinite Blades, I still think it kind of isn't the best Shiv card, but it's passable. We were in need of Shivs, I think, at the point that I took it, and it's pretty good. And obviously it's good in those longer boss fights. It really powers up the Knife Trap over time. After Image is God tier. That is, especially now. I mean, After Image are already good in the original game, but I play so many more cards typically in Slay the Spire 2 with Silent than I do in number 1. Like I said, this is cycling through the deck over and over is almost every run by the time you get to the end, in my experience. I heard there was potentially some nerfs coming to Prepared, which should be interesting. It's certainly a great card. I don't know that it's the most egregious of this whole package, though. You know what I mean? But, yeah, we'll see. Accuracy is really good. Yeah, we already know. I mean, really, the only two super new cards that we used were Hand Trick and Knife Trap. Obviously we have, like, Haze and Memento Mori, but they were not, like, really, and I guess exposed. But really the two cards I think that shined the most of the new cards were Hand Trick and obviously Knife Trap. Knife Trap being the biggest one, but Hand Trick definitely toward the end of that run especially was putting together some pretty good plays. I mean, in a way, it supported Knife Trap. In a way, Knife Trap is kind of the Michael Jordan, but the hand trick is the Scottie Pippen. Supporting the star there. Anyway, though, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.